Hi there everyone, this is Wardy. In this quick video I'm going to show you how the private groups work. So you can get to your groups from the drop-down menu at the top to Groups, My Groups. You can also get there from the left-hand sidebar menu on Groups. If you're on mobile, this menu may be collapsed, so click the three lines to expand it. And now go to Groups. And you do have a tab for all groups. And you do have a tab for groups to which you belong. And I'm going to show you how the groups work through our Premium TCS study group that is for premium members and for those who have purchased full a la carte e-courses. But the functionality is the same for any group for which you have access. Okay, so the basic group section, let's say that again. So here's how groups work. So we have our chat/activity wall, which is a lot like the Facebook feed in a group where you can post anything you'd like. You can even upload photos or use emojis, which I'll show you about. You also have the discussions tab, and I'll go there really quickly. The discussions tab is like a forum inside the group where you have threads. So if you've ever been on a forum, you know that things can be organized better. And so we do have a number of threads going on here. Let's go back to the chat so I can just show you basic functionality. If there's something just really quick you want to tell everybody, like here was my post where I was just showing you how to make the very first I'm new here post as part of orientation. This is the perfect place for it. It might not need to be archived or referred to in the future. Of course it could be, but it's just basically I'm just sharing this. I just want to post it to the wall. So we call this the chat wall. And so you could say, hey everyone, I just wanted to share a photo from my walk today. It was so beautiful, and I thank the Lord for giving us such a gorgeous place to live. You can upload multiple photos to your posts actually. So you're going to click Attach a Photo, and if you're on mobile, you would click here. And it would prompt you, do you want to take a photo? Do you want to go to your photo albums and just follow the prompts? If you're on desktop, I could click this and it would open a browser to browse all my directories and files. I do have a photo right here on my desktop, so I'm actually just going to drop it in, drag it in, and I'm going to drop another photo in so you can see what it's like to have an album created. And you can see they uploaded and then it got a green check mark, which shows it's fully uploaded. If you change your mind, oops, I brought the wrong photo in, you just click the red X there. And if you did get a red X in the middle, that means your upload failed. Okay? The other thing you can do is do emojis. So click Insert an Emoji, and so you have all these selections. So I really love the hearts, so I put that heart and this heart. And then I also, this is my the things I use frequently. And so I just started this account, so that's all that's open, but I'm going to do more stars, more hearts, and so that's pretty good on the emojis, but feel free to use as many emojis as you want. And then I'll click Post Update. Okay, and so now it's posted on the chat wall of the private group, and photos can be browsed. You can look at them more in depth if you'd like. And if I scroll down the wall here, we've got, Giselle is just posting her very first update, so I can click like. I can also open up and comment on her post, and I can say, welcome, this is Wardy. We're glad you're here. And then I'll say, this is my test account, and I'm doing a video, so I'm posting. So I'm going to say, so I'm commenting on your post as an example in my video. Hee hee. Okay, and a reply. I can also attach a photo. So let's see. Here's just a beauty counter lipstick photo. Okay, so that's updated. You can do emojis. Okay, so, and then post. Now, someone else, so here you can see, like, there's actually, a photo in a reply. And somebody can come along and reply. Another person could reply to the, well, I can't do it because I already have replied to the original post, but for somebody else, Oh, actually I can. Sorry about that. So someone could come along and reply to my post. Somebody could comment on the original post and add more. I think it goes up to 6 deep, so it's pretty cool. And you can go down the entire wall, and it just kind of goes forever as far as we have activity. And like, here's an example of this morning I posted what I did for my movement fitness, and so I shared 3 photos, so they got kind of nicely formatted like that. And so that is the chat wall. Just come on and share what's going on. Now let's go into the discussions. First, I want to point out a couple posts here on the chat wall that are a little bit different. So here we go. This one, Lois replied to the discussion next challenge in the forum Premium TCS study group. So this is the forum for our group, Premium TCS study group, and the discussion in the forum is called Next Challenge. Another thing to point out is that this timestamp is actually a link. So if you notice on this post, it actually only has a like button. It doesn't have a comment. It can't be commented on, but that's because it's in, like I was telling you at the beginning, it's in the discussions or the forum area. So if I go to discussions, I've just opened that in a new tab. Let's see, Lois posted in Next Challenge. So here it is, and it actually says Lois replied 1 hour, 48 minutes ago. If I actually go to her post, right here, this is a hyperlink that I could open on this page, or I'm going to choose a new tab, open in new tab. This opens the actual discussion from the top, but if I actually just wanted to go to her post in that discussion, that's where the timestamp is really cool, because I'm going to open this in a new tab, and this is actually, move this over here, this is actually Lois's post. Okay, so instead of being at the top and then you have to find her post, if you use this timestamp, you can actually go directly to it. So let me close these other ones, and I'll just keep the one open, which goes to Lois's post. And so here she is, and it's now we have options to reply, and I'm going to tell you about that in a moment. But back here on the chat wall, this is kind of like a notification, and to interact with it, you open up a link, open it up, and then we can interact here. So that brings me right into telling you how the discussions function, a little bit different from the chat wall. So discussions, if you remember, is like a forum. I'm opening up the discussions area now and see all these different threads. And we have pinned threads, which will change from time to time. And if I went into one, like Next Challenge, it looks like this. So Kimber started it 1 hour and 49 minutes ago. She says, will there be another challenge now that we finished fermenting? And then Jennifer has answered, I gave an answer, Kimber replied to me, and so on. And now Ellie has added a reply. So the replies that are at the top level, meaning like they're all just at this level, they're not nested underneath. To do that, you click on reply here at the top. If you're on mobile, this reply button is actually down here at the bottom. Okay, so you click reply, and it'll bring up this dialog box, and I'm gonna, say, yes, there will be. What would you like to see next? This is Wardy on a test account. Oh, get my punctuation correct. And by the way, if you highlight anything, formatting options come up, or you can use keystrokes like Control B or Command B. You can italics. You can make bullet points. So avail yourselves of those things. Replying here, you also have photos and emojis. If you want an email reply to this, check the box. Click post when you're done. And so if you remember, I used this main reply button to have a top level reply, not nested. And so there it is. And this funky formatting will fix. So forgive me for that. It's not supposed to do that. It's grayed out, and all I'm going to do now, well, it's grayed out. And if you came to the page again, it would be black. But this is basically showing you this is the reply you just made, the grayed out one, so you can locate it and act upon it. Now let's say I wanted to answer Lois, who's saying I'd like a pressure cooking challenge too. So if I use this reply button, it doesn't reply to Lois. It makes a top level reply. Well, click the 3 dots, or on mobile there's 3 dots here, tap it, and then you have some options, and this is reply. Now So I'll tell you what I was going to say in a moment. So I'm going to hit reply, and I'll say, thanks, Lois. We'll definitely add that to the list. This is Wardy on a test account. Okay. Again, photo, emoji, click post. Okay, now I'm going to go back to it. It is grayed out to show me this is the one that just happened, and you can see it's nested underneath Lois's. So that's the difference. Use this to do a top level, use this reply button to do a top level, or use the 3 dots to reply to a specific post. Now what I want to show you is you have, I believe, 5 minutes to edit your posts. So if I go to this one I just did, and I click on the 3 dots, you see I have an edit option. So you can go ahead and do that. And I'll just say, hee hee. And a log of this edit really means like you're documenting it. You don't have to, but it's fine to do that. And I'll say, fix typo, which I didn't have one, but anyway, and post. Okay. And once it reloads, now you can see the hee is there, and it says this reply was modified 1 second ago by reason fix typo. Okay, so that is how the discussions function. Okay, so now let's talk about tagging, and this is why it's so important in your own profile to change the nickname on your account, because this is how people can more easily find you, and it's good to actually have it match, in my opinion, your first and last name, but it could be something particular to you. And tagging, what it does is it kind of like calls you out on a post. So you could do it to somebody, they could do it to you, and it means you're going to get a special notification to say such and such tagged you in a post, which means it's really important that you see it, because they said like you specifically need to see this one instead of it being a general thing. And it can be tough to find out what people's tags are, but a really good clue is actually to hover over their name. Like let's do Lois's, and if I hover over it, you can see at the bottom of the screen it says the URL /members/friends/Lois-Gribno, and that is her nickname, and that is how we're going to tag her, which I'll show you now. So if I go up to a new post and I put the @ and I start typing Lois-Grib, and you can see a bunch of them appears, but as I get closer to the match, here she is, and then I can click on it because I've got her tag now, and I can say, hi, just wanted to say hi. This is Wardy on a test account, showing how to work the tags. Okay, and then add a follow emoji if you'd like, post update. This again is on the chat wall, but you can tag people in discussions as well. And here it is, and you can see now it's actually become a hyperlink. And it goes to her profile. Isn't that cool? I'll go back. And now if she was logged in, she would actually see a notification here that would say TCS friend tagged you in a post or something like that. So that is a little bit, just a little bit about how our group works, the basic functionality. If you have any questions that come up, make sure to use the black help button at the bottom of the page. This is on mobile as well. If you open it, if we're online, there will be a chat option right here to live chat. If we're not online, send an email. We do usually respond within a few hours on business days, so you can get a hold of us anytime. All right, so that's it for group functionality. I hope it was helpful.